Alright y'all, welcome back to the channel and to some more turkey pattern testing. And I've got another new combination out here today that we haven't tried yet, and one that I have some decently high hopes for, or at least I think it should do pretty well. And it's been a little while since we've seen both this shell and this choke, and of course we have not tested them together, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they might be able to do as a combination. So for the shell I've got out here today, I brought out my last one of these, which I'll go ahead and pull out of the bag so you can see. But this is a Salt Creek custom load of 2 ounces of lead number 6s, and this is a 3-inch shell, and these have performed pretty good so far from the testing we've done with them. For a lead load of 6s, I definitely really don't have any complaints about them so far. And as for the combination we're going to shoot them out of today, I brought back out my Remington 1187 here, but I threw in this choke, and it's been a little while since we've seen this choke here, but this is a Cabela's Blackmaxx 660 constriction turkey choke. I think these are like 40 or 45 bucks, and from the test or two that we've done with it so far, it seems to be a pretty decent choke for what it is. But with it being 660 constriction, I'm thinking that these 6s are probably going to do pretty well through it. So I'm definitely thinking we might have some decent results here today. But as for the test, everything's going to be the same as we usually do. I have a turkey target set up at 40 yards. I also have the chronograph, so we'll see what kind of speed we're running. So let's get you guys a view of this turkey target, and I'll head up and take the shot. Then of course we'll look at what kind of chrono number we had, and then we'll go down and see how they actually perform. So let's head over here and shoot them and see what this combination can give us. Alright, so that shell gave us 1154 through the chrono. That is right about perfect. Right around that 1200, give or take 50 feet per second. That's what I like to see. So definitely nothing too out of the ordinary here as far as our chrono number goes. But how did they actually perform downrange? Let's go take a look and see. Alright y'all, well, now we're down here at our 40-yard paper, and this is what we got out of that shell and choke combo. We absolutely have a dead turkey there. There's no doubt about it. Let me just look at the spread of pellets on that actual turkey paper there. There is no square inch of that paper that that bird can move to and escape through that pattern. So we're looking really good there. As we back out here, as you can see, the pattern is a little bit more open than something like a longbeard load of 6s would be or something. But what we do see is an incredibly even pattern. And it's absolutely not blown wide open or anything like that. And there's really not even too many flyers. I mean, maybe you might take a few of those down at the bottom to be flyers. But ultimately here, our main pattern is just surrounding this turkey paper here. And it is absolutely a beautifully even pattern that is not blown wide open, but gives you plenty of leeway. I really like how that pattern looks. We didn't necessarily see a defined super hot core area, but for the trade-off of what we saw here of just how even that pattern is, I don't really mind that at all. So I would say that the Salt Creek 2-ounce load of lead 6s with that Cabela's Blackmaxx 660 is definitely a usable turkey pattern. There's no question about that. I like the leeway it gave us. I really like how even it looks. So overall here, I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing. Okay, and this is the wad out of that shell, and as you can see, it looks pretty much perfect. I mean, there's no rips or tears, there's no deep grooves. It opened up as close to perfect as you could really ask for. There's nothing stuck down in there as far as shot goes or anything like that. Absolutely looks about as perfect as you could ever want. So I definitely think it did what it was supposed to do for us in this case. Alright y'all, well, what did you think about that pattern right there? It definitely doesn't have as super tight or defined hot core as some of the other loads we've tested, but just the trade-off of how even and the overall coverage and spread of that pattern is able to give you there, I mean, I really can't complain too much about it. Definitely not blown wide open by any means. I definitely wouldn't call it over-constricted or under-constricted or anything like that. I'm liking what I'm seeing right there. And for a basic lead load of 6s without any kind of special flight control wad or anything like that, you really can't argue too much with that right there. But as always, leave your thoughts in the comments and let me know if you think that's a great pattern, or if you would like to see it a little bit tighter, or do you like how even it is just like I do? Leave your thoughts and let me know down in the comments. But with that being said, I've got a bunch more testing to get back to today, but I should mention that we now have a place for you guys to send stuff to the channel to see kind of test it out here. So if you would like to send a shell or something like that to try out, the address will be in the description, as well as our Instagram where you can go over there and check that out, or you can ask questions or anything like that. But with that being said, I'm going to get back to all the normal testing for y'all. We've got plenty more stuff coming, so stay tuned, and I'll see y'all in the next one.